What do we have here? Oh, that's right. I'm right in the middle of sealing these floors. And I'm going to show you a few tips on another video on what I do with sealing floors. I've made quite a few videos of it, but every time I learn something new, I like to show different things. But right now, I'm letting the first coat dry before I apply a second coat. You always need to wait 2 or 3 hours between coats, and that's what I'm doing. But so while I'm here with my camera, I thought I would just do a little inspection in this condo and see different types of things that need to be done that I'm kind of surprised that are not done. Now here you've got the door that swings in, and right here there's no door bumper on the wall. Right there it's missing. Look at that. You need those so that you don't get marks up on the wall. Okay, this one's pretty good, but if somebody opens up this door too fast, kaboom, they're going to push it right through the wall or make a hole there. Now what else can we find here? Now see, here's an upper cabinet, and here is a piece of linoleum formica that's loose on the bottom edge of the cabinet. Look at this. Now, this is an accident ready to happen. Somebody could really poke themselves right there. And this needs to be glued back, or it needs to be taken off. Now look up at the top of the cabinet. See up there? It's rolling up at the top too, right there. Kind of looks unsightly, doesn't it? You know, if you know what you're looking for. And I do. Now here's something else too. You see that black string there? That's on this bamboo blind. That is supposed to be tied on the back. Okay? There's 3 of those on the back of bamboo blinds. Now see this one here? See, the end of it is coming off here, and over on this side here, this edge is pulled out. It needs to be pushed back in there, glued back. This needs to be pulled down. This needs to be re-tied. See, it's just dangling. Eventually it's going to get worse before it gets better. That's a given. Here you got bugs on the bottom of that light fixture globe. That could be taken down and cleaned off. Now, this ceiling fan's not too bad. It's kind of wobbling just a little bit. Do you see the chain right there? Not too bad. I'll call that one okay. Well, what else can we find in this room? At least the air conditioner's working nice and cool. But now, here's something else. Here's a door that goes out onto the lanai. And see, here's a hinge or a little stopper right there. Do you see that? That's how you adjust the door so that when the door closes, or when you open the door up against the couch, you can adjust that so that it doesn't hit the couch. You also have one down here. When you see that little white bumper there, there's supposed to be another one on that nib right there, and it's gone. And that needs to be adjusted. See how long that little piece is? It's got threads on it. Let's look at the top one. Now see how the threads stick out of it further at the left-hand side? I know that needs to be adjusted, and it's not adjusted. There's something else. Are you counting all the things we're finding so far? Let's go out on the lanai. See what we can find out here. See, here's that nice air conditioner. But do you see what I see? It's dripping. That's because somebody took the little rubber grommet out. There used to be a rubber grommet here. And if you take that out, you put another thing in there, and then it connects onto a drain line. Then you can route it down and out over the the lanai. Now look what happened here. See, that's all wet there, and the floor is starting to turn green, and somebody could slip and fall on that. That's because this has been dripping, drip, 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 all day long when the air conditioner's on. Let's come back in here. Let me get this door. Let me get this door shut. Door shut. And see there, the deadbolt doesn't lock because I have to lift up on the door just a little bit, and now it locks. That's because the door is sagging. You see that big gap up there? See how big that gap is there? And on the other side, it's hard to see because you've got that blind in the way. Let me lift this up. The gap is smaller over on the left-hand side. It's still kind of big, but look over here. See how much bigger it is? And the door edge is almost rubbing the side of the door frame. And that has sagged. See how at the top of the door edge, right there, it's almost rubbing. It's still got just a little bit, but let's look at the bottom here. See how big the bottom is? Down there? That's because the door has sagged and it's lowered just a little bit, so the deadbolt has lowered down and the strike plate is rubbing at the bottom, so you have to lift up on that. Okay, I don't know how many we're up to so far.